It's opening night of Halloween Horror Nights 31, and I'm taking you into every house, every zone, and every show. Let's head inside. Okay, we are walking into Scarecrow Soil. This one is in Central Park, and it is really hard to see. I cannot see in front of me right now. Oh. Okay, there we go. I can see a little bit. So we just walked into the barn. This is across from Mel's Dine-In, and it is a sequel scare zone to one of the houses that they did a few years ago called Scarecrow the Reaping. I believe that's a house in Hollywood this year as well, by the way, fun fact. Cool. This zone really came together nicely. It's always cool getting to see them build all these zones and seeing how they turn out. Made it through the first zone. We are heading into our first house of the evening. This is Descendants of Destruction. So the storyline here is that humans can no longer survive on the surface world. So they have gone underground to survive, and we are going to enter through a subway system and see if we can make it out alive. It's the first Halloween Horror Nights fog of the season that I've smelled. Descendants of Destruction. I'm rating the houses this year on 3 factors. Scares, I would give this about a 3 out of 5. Set, again, it's going to be a 3 out of 5 for me, so how good did the house look? And then I'm adding a 3rd category of smells. I did smell one smell in there. It was a pretty cool smell, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5 on smells. Little thing, and if you haven't come to Halloween Horror Nights before, you would never notice this, but they built this like elevated path for all these houses in the back this year, so when it rains, your feet aren't going to get as wet. That's pretty cool. We're now about to head into my most anticipated house. This is Bugs Eaten Alive, and I just think this is going to be a really, really good house. So the story here is it's set in the 1950s, and this is a technology convention, and BuzzCon, who is the pest control leader, is showing off their new pest control technology. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Get off of me! Ah, you're biting me! Get off of me! Ah, you're biting me! Oh, come on! Oh, keep it moving!
Uh-oh. No.
me!
Bugs eaten alive. That was incredible. I had a lot of fun in that house. Set design, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. I had so much fun with the set pieces in that house and the way they themed it. It was really, really detailed, really fun. It was a little bit lighter humor. Like usually there's one house that has a little bit lighter tone. Not light, because it's still scary and horror, but you know what I mean. And then scares though, I didn't find it as scary. Thankfully, I only heard bees. I didn't see any bees. I was really nervous about the bees. And so I would give it a 2 out of 5 on scares. But smells, there were smells again, 5 out of 5. Next up is Universal Monsters Legends Collide. So this is the story of 3 of Universal's monsters, Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy. They are all battling. And at the end, there will be one winner. And the winner changes based on when you visit the house. So the winner you see in this video might not be the winner when you visit the house. Oh, it's a full moon. Let's talk about monsters. I thought the scares were really good. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It is really heavy on the Mummy, so if you're a Mummy fan, you'll like that. If not, there's a few moments with Dracula and so on, but it's really, really heavy, and Wolfman too, but it's heavy on the Mummy. And our time through, I'm pretty sure the Mummy won because he had Wolfman's head, so that's pretty dramatic. Like I said, when you go through, there might be a different person who wins. And then smells, I'm happy to report there were smells. Not any that I recognize though, so I'd do about 3 out of 5 on the smells rating, my new rating this year for smells. And then set design, I did enjoy as well. I'll go with 3.5 out of 5 on the Monsters house. It was a lot of fun. We are about to step inside of the probably most advertised house at this year's Halloween Horror Nights, the Weeknd After Hours Nightmare. Oh no. Oh, we got frogs. Okay, the Weeknd After Hours Nightmare, like I said, it is the one that they have really been promoting the most. It was a lot of fun. I don't know how much we'll keep in, but I was kind of like dancing through the house. The music just kind of makes you want to dance. I don't know. It was really enjoyable. So on the scares side, it was actually scarier than I expected. I should have said, by the way, talking about the bugs, if you have a big phobia for like all kinds of bugs, like the Bugs house would obviously be a lot scarier than it was for me. But anyways, going back to the Weeknd, scares wise, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. It was, again, a lot scarier than I expected. And then set design wise though, maybe, and again, I don't watch like the Weeknd music videos every week, so if you're like a huge The Weeknd fan, you might feel differently than me. I'd give it probably about a 2 out of 5 on set design. Smells, I didn't smell any smells in the Weeknd house, I regret to report. It doesn't mean that they don't exist, it just means I didn't smell them. So unfortunately, I have to give it a 0 out of 5 on smells. I am heading into the next zone. It is Conjure the Dark, and it is about the start of Halloween. So there is going to be a sorceress on this stage. You can see up here already. Oh, the rock music started. You can see her already, and she is working on getting as many souls as possible for the first Halloween.
What's up, Taylor?
Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
I call upon my exalted titans, my royal pillagers of darkness. Be faithful unto me. Let the bloodletting commence! With magic right, my hellish hounds, through the power of this blood, forever bound. The night of harvest is upon us. Let us together bask in the glory of our customs. Drink, my devoted minions, drink! I can feel it coursing through my veins. The power emanating from these tortured souls. It shall be our vitality!
We are heading into Spirits of the Coven. This is a 1920s speakeasy theme. The Salem Meatpacking Distribution. called Never Sweep, Refuse into Street. Oh, to the Bottle Club.
What's the password?
I think I found the secret ingredient for the brew. Okay, let's talk about Spirits of the Coven, the 1920s witch speakeasy theme. So I really enjoyed the set design in this house, as you probably saw in the video. I thought it was beautiful set design. So it was probably a 4 out of 5 for me to set design. Scares, however, I thought it was a little bit lighter on the scare side. I would say a 3 out of 5. Obviously, I should preface this by saying I've been going for 13 years. So I've seen a lot of Halloween haunted houses. Like if you've never been before and you're usually scared, like, I'm sure you'll find that super scary. But it really made up for it in set design. And then unfortunately, no smells in that one either. I appreciate you keeping up with my smells report, but no smells in that haunted house. Next up, I believe, is gonna be Halloween, which I am really excited to see return. Okay, if you watched my video where I tried all the Halloween Horror Nights food, I said I would be back for this popcorn, and they're feeding it to the media tonight. So I am grabbing a bag for the road. This popcorn is really good. If you haven't watched that video yet, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. So it's the regular Universal popcorn, but with a little bit of a kick. Really good. And it also comes in a glow-in-the-dark sugar skeleton collectible mug as well. You're gonna recognize this music momentarily. We are heading into Haddonfield, Illinois, the Halloween house. This is always a great one when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. Of course, every time they do have it, it is different. And this year is different because we're not starting with the big house facade.
Ocean's face, like a star. It's gone from him. The evil is gone.
I think that was the best Halloween house that Universal has done. The set design was 5 out of 5 for me, and the scares were also 5 out of 5 for me. I didn't smell any smells in that one, but there are some coming up that I definitely did smell some smells in. You may think we're going to ride Fast and Furious Supercharged, but we are actually going into the first ever haunted house they have built inside this queue. It is the Horrors of Blumhouse. So this is based on 2 Blumhouse films, Freaky and Black Phone.
I'll suck your... Hey, man. I can't wait to get on you.
Wow, this is really different. You never really go through a haunted house like this. It's really almost like 2 haunted houses in one.
Residents urgent here, knowing the grabber will strike again. Detectives have been canvassing the neighborhood.
Want to see a magic trick?
The phone doesn't work. The phone doesn't work.
Oh, a dog.
We've got to go like I don't want to die.
I have to put you with the others. You made me kill my brother.
The thing that stood out to me about the Blumhouse, the Horrors of Blumhouse house, is that it was extremely long. So the footage, and obviously we are not allowed to show you the entire footage of a house, but it was over 6 minutes in length walking through it. And I didn't feel like I was walking that slow. It's essentially, and I think I said this in the footage, I don't know if we'll include it, but it's essentially 2 houses in one. Pretty cool. I found the second half to be much scarier than the first half. The black phone part of the house, extremely scary in my opinion. I'll do a 5 out of 5 on scares. I thought the second part of the house was really scary. Set design, we'll do a 3 out of 5, and I did smell a couple smells, but I can't identify them again. 2 out of 5. Next up, we're heading into Sweet Revenge, a scare zone in New York. This is the scare zone I think I'm gonna like the most. Let's head inside. I just really, really love the costumes in this zone. There's such a good variety. Oh, if you've seen the Christmas parade, this is like the robot from the Christmas parade, but they seem a little broken. They've got 3 huge floats that they bring out. And we have stilt walkers. Man, what more could you ask for in this zone? So the story here is that there is a Halloween festival gone wrong because of the candy at the festival. Oh no. This is also where Meat's Locker is, one of the food options, and you can see it is extremely popular. If you want to watch my video, I'll include a link where I try everything, but the food is extremely popular this year. Here's the second of those floats that I mentioned. Of course, Revenge of the Mummies in the background. It's currently in technical rehearsal. And we have these beautiful orange trees over here. Oh, we have a bike. One of the main characters, Miss Sweets. This is Hellblock Horror, a prison-themed house.
Detonate the power core! Get to the core! You won't make it!
I do enjoy that twist to the house that it is not normal prisoners, it's like monsters. So it's not like a normal prison house. They've done some prison content in the past. This is kind of a little bit of a twist on that. I thought it was good. The scares, you know, I'd give it a 4 out of 5, especially that finale. The finale was pretty scary where you have them coming from all sides. So 4 out of 5 on the scares, and then scenic probably 3 out of 5. And then I think I smelled something, I don't know, maybe it was just prison smell. 2 out of 5 on the smells. Next up is one of the 2 shows at this year's Halloween Horror Nights. It is Ghoulish, a Halloween tale. This is the 3rd Lagoon show they've done during Halloween Horror Nights. The show times don't change, so it is 9, 10, 11, and midnight for the shows. So this one's kind of got, the whole event this year is kind of got like a classic Halloween vibe. So the show kind of borrows from that idea, and it shows a lot of classic Halloween themes in the show. You'll see.
Hello, and welcome to Ghoulish, a tale of Halloween. Now, please open the stereoscopic picture book that accompanies this album. Good. Your story is about to begin. Your story begins on this cold, dark night of All Hallows Eve. The moon is in the sky, the wind is howling in the trees, and you begin to wonder, am I alone?
Someone down with us tonight.
show was really, oh, see you, Trevor. I thought that show was really cute. I thought it was better than last year's show, but not as good as the first Lagoon show they ever did. I would check it, I would do it again though, and I would check it out when you visit. Thumbs up from me. Heading into Graveyard Deadly Unrest. This is the zone in Hollywood this year. It's a graveyard theme, as the name implies. If you turn right when you enter the park, this is going to be the zone you enter first. This is the entry zone to Halloween Horror Nights. If you go straight, of course, you go towards the neon Halloween Horror Nights sign. And this is also where the Pumpkin Lord lives. This is an awesome change of pace. So typically, a lot of years, the pumpkins are over in Central Park. But this year, Central Park has scarecrows, and they put the pumpkins up over here. I think it looks great. And in these props, if you look closely, you can actually see hints to the other 4 scare zones hidden within here. Like you see the little bit of candy in there. My 9th house of the night is Fiesta de Chupacabras.
Bienvenido. Estábamos esperando.
La bestia. Tu sangre alimentará a la bestia. Tu sangre alimentará a la bestia. Tu sangre alimentará a la bestia.
de Chupacabras, I was absolutely blown away by. I can't say enough nice things about it. The set design was a 5 out of 5, scares 5 out of 5, and it had smells, so that's a 5 out of 5 for me. That might be the first all 5s of the night. I was really, really impressed by this one. If anyone out there has a dog, the Chupacabras reminded me a lot of when you have a dog and they're really hungry and they really want their dinner. That's what the Chupacabra reminded me of. This is the final house of the night. This is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. It's a continuation from a scare zone a few years ago. And it's about a widow, this widow right here, who's dead and playing her violin, calling back her husband from sea to a quaint New England town. But the problem is, he's brought a few friends with him.
Her strings play on the wind like salty spray that tears the flesh.
Dead Man's Pier is one of my favorite houses I've ever done at Halloween Horror Nights. I've been going for 13 years now. This is my 13th year, actually. The set design, I'd give it 10 out of 5. I mean, it was just an amazing set. Scares were also 5 out of 5, and it smelled like the ocean, so it's got a 5 out of 5 on the smells as well. I can't wait to do that house a million more times. Okay, bad news. You can see here's nightmare fuel. I can tell you for a fact, if you arrive 1 minute late, they won't let you in because of pyro safety. Completely understandable, but don't make the same mistake as me. You can check out these show times at 8, 9:30, 11, or 12:30 in the morning. This was the 12:30 show, so I won't be seeing it tonight. But I've heard it is very similar to last year, just a little bit hotter in every sense of the word. So you know my number 1 house is going to be Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. My number 2 house is going to be Fiesta de Chupacabras. Amazing house again, just really pleasantly surprised me. And then number 3 is going to be Bugs. It is of course the humor house this year, but I'm a sucker for the humor houses. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I've got another one you're going to love to watch. It's trying every Halloween Horror Nights food. I'll leave a link to it right here, and I'll see you in that video.